Hello and welcome to SquishiVision, where I probably could have chosen a better time to do this live reaction, but I'm already like almost a week behind, and tomorrow, and I'm busy over the weekend, and I kind of want to do it before a week's passed and it failed to be relevant. Also, I've got to do a live reaction to the Odyssey trailer and my thoughts for Avatar, which I also saw last week. I've like spent this long not having reacted to it, so I'll do it now. I mean, what can I say about this show? It's definitely one of the RTD shows of all time. It wasn't bad. It just started off with more promise than it eventually and ultimately delivered on. I think is its main crime. Like, the first two episodes were like surprisingly and refreshingly really, really good. Like, that much is true. The third and fourth were like, okay, I can see the direction we're going in. And then the fifth episode, like, okay, look, the positives. Ending on what is essentially a downer, that humans are asshats and will naturally be inclined to violence and, you know, I don't know my things. Violence and apparently I can't find my spotlight. Very strange. I'm sure that's a glitch that we can do at the time. Anyway, as I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, so the ending, the fact that the basically genocided, what was it, like 90? They decimated the Homo aquas. They are like killed over 90% of the population. And the imagery of like all those bodies in the waters just floating there is pretty dark. Like tortured level of dark, if not more. I don't know, if not more so. And the fact that actually ends the war, and the Homo Aqua, they surrender, and like, you know what, you win, like, wow. Like, I didn't expect you to do like 90% levels of genocide. Which is genocide. Like, we give up, you can put us in like this single area of the ocean where we're all gonna clearly die off, and people are gonna come and hunt us, and we're gonna die off. Is like dark, but it doesn't do anything with that in any kind of like depth, because so much the episode is, and look, to be the positive again, Russell Tovey acts so well. I don't know how well I can really say that. I'm gonna bring the name up because I can't remember it off the top of my head. I don't know how well I can say that Gugu Mbatha Raw acts, because I know they're a phenomenal actor. But they're clearly playing a very kind of limited. I don't know how well they cast for this role. I think they're wasted. I think they're wasted on this role, because I know from Loki that she can do so much more, and it just felt like she was being limited in this show. really weird. Like it's a weird role for her. I say that I've only seen her in 2 things. One of them is Loki, where she does so much, and the other one is when she played Trish in Doctor Who, where she doesn't actually do much either. It doesn't do much either because before she became a big name thing. But by the by, it's like she has to play this fish creature that it's such a thankless job because she's really like. I mean, her character has like so little agency. In fact, here's the weird thing: we know so little about her. We know so much about. Here's a good criticism: we know so much about Barclay Pierre Dupont. Like constantly, we get told their beliefs, their background, their history, the fact that they've got like a French grandfather, and that's why his name is his weirdest name, and the fact that he's like this working class person who's like, he talks about how he's not special, and you get a lot about kind of his hopes and his dreams and his like motivations. We get none of that for Salt. We don't get told, like, we know she's a mouthpiece for the Homo Aqua. Why was she? Why was it her? Why were her and Tide these separate, types of Homo Aqua that were like? I mean, clearly because they look more human, but like, why do they look more human? What's the history there? Did she volunteer for this role? Did she get put up to this role? Was all of the things that she was saying her beliefs? I mean, clearly there was a bit where she met up with Barclay on her own and was expressing her own beliefs, but like when she was on platform, was that like her beliefs? Was she like a diplomat, or was she just a mouthpiece for the rest of the Homo Aqua? We get a glimpse of that when she runs away with Barclay, and it's interesting because she acts free, like she acts like someone who's just been liberated, and I'm like, oh, well, is there like some other like darker thing here? Like, did she not want to be involved in this? Is she like finally happy because she acts like she trills and she acts liberated, and we never explore that. We only find out that there's a consequence for her rescuing Barclay over her own kind, and then as soon as they're all decimated, she's allowed back in, and there's like no consequences. I mean, clearly because like they've lost and they've got bigger priorities. Like I understand why it's not a plot hole, but we don't explore a lot about Salt. Salt is very much a plot device, a MacGuffin. She's there to further Barclay's story. It's a very disappointing way to treat your female lead character. And like so much else is like, I mean, well, we also spend a lot of time fleshing out Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, but only in the context of, again, how she feels about Christopher and his death. Well, okay, that's not entirely fair or true. It's also a lot about kind of how she's overworking herself and the pressure. But again, it's like, that could happen to any character. Like, okay, maybe I'm being unfair here, but yeah, okay, I can buy that the commander-in-chief of the unit has a big weight on their shoulder, but we just get told that we don't really explore it in any, because it's not the focus of the show. I mean, I think that's an okay. It could be done better, but if that was like it, that'd be fine. But we don't explore the consequences of this dilemma. We don't explore, like, there's so much more the show could explore, but it's predominantly focused around I said Barclay and Salt's relationship. Barclay's relationship towards Salt. Excessively so. And I just don't care about this Shape of Water-esque romance. I say having not seen the Shape of Water, I'm sure it's very good. But, like, I don't care that he's got the hots for a fish. And then there's this weird kind of, like, resolution to this where he gets turned into a fish himself. Somehow, it's not actually clear when that happens. That, like, did Salt do that? Why is it so dramatic? What, like, is behind that? What are the consequences of that? It's just such a, like, it's meant to be a hopeful ending in what's another otherwise depressing ending. But I was just like, A, I don't care about these people. B, this is like so cheesy and so Nami, but like not in a good way, in a like a way. And like speaking of endings, the post-credit scene is played kind of with the credits. Of Kate pointing a weapon at someone for dropping a bottle it's meant to be like a oh no, oh yikes, she's lost it, she's going deep and she's finally like cracked. But it's just so overly dramatic, and I think I saw somewhere that there was an interview where Race was like, oh, this is going to be like one of the most like major ramifications of the series, and I'm like, ugh. I mean, I vaguely like Kate Fisher as a character, but like not that much to really like care massively. I cared more when they like abruptly killed off Colin McFarlane's John Austin Pierce character. That was the like a big dramatic moment of the show for me. And honestly, I think the show peaked there. And again, we don't. Maybe I was expecting a different show than what we got, but like I don't know what. No one was really expecting the show, so I don't know what everyone's expectations were. I don't know what expectations were set. But for a political thriller, it was more of a drama, and it's like you could explore more about, you could do more about propaganda, about false flag operations, things that are all relevant today, and we don't really explore that. So yeah, I guess that's my thoughts on the show. Big potential, not quite hitting. Production value very good. More or less, but like it's one of those shows, and I don't know how much weight you put to this because I think this would be just as true like any show. There's this kind of thing that happens weird on Twitter where a clip of a show gets posted by like a really like random account, and then a whole bunch of folk, some of them I think bots, are like, oh, what movie is this? Well, it's not a movie. And it does a lot of rounds. And it increases the kind of prominency of that. This show was doing that for like some of the better parts of the writing, but I don't think that's really indicative of anything. But yeah, that's my thoughts on. Mine not working. Definitely a thing there, pal. Okay, I don't know. Stream Deck's being weird and cheesy to it. Yeah, this effect exists. Those are my thoughts. Thanks for tuning in. It's 3:06. I chose the worst time to do this. No one's watching this. No one watches it anyway, but that's by the by. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick reaction, if I can, to the Odyssey trailer. And then I need to go get ready for my coach. So, bye.